You mad lads actually did it. We got the like goal in freaking 8 hours. I was honestly not expecting to get it that fast. As such, I've released the second bit of the Byzantine campaign, and before the 1500s, we got the entirety of Anatolia, the Balkans, with footholds in North Africa and South Italy, as well as 84,000 manpower and a fairly decent economy. So if you want to see the third part of this campaign, if we get 8,000 likes in the first week after this video's out, we'll get that released. Or if we get 10,000 likes, I'll release it as soon as we get 10,000 likes. I'll be honest, I made the same wager last time. I did not expect to get 8,000 that fast. This way, 10,000 is a little bit more, so because I'm fairly confident that's gonna take a few days at least. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun doing it. It's my favorite campaign so far. You can find the save for this on my Discord, and you can follow along, play the same run as I'm playing, and see how it goes for you. So lads, in order to give a little bit more of an overview here, we do have a few nations in a coalition against us. Most of these are actually Islamic nations from the Middle East, so we're going to refrain ourselves from attacking these particular areas for the time being. Instead, we're going to be attacking Naples, as I said in the previous run. We're going to be establishing ourselves in the southern bits of the Italian peninsula, and we're going to march on into the Balkans. The aggressive expansion that I have with most of these nations is actually very little, so it's mostly like 52, 53, so in a couple of years it's going to go away. And by that point, we'll be integrating Athens and Epirus, and we'll be able to attack the Ottomans and whoever's in the Anatolian bits again. Plus, I do intend on attacking my former allies of the Georgians and Trebizond. Well, technically Trebizond, I'm going to be making a diplo-vassal. That's why I'm getting the relations and everything with them right now, because they're going to be fairly easy to diplo-vassalize once I've gotten the other two vassals integrated, so I don't need to worry about having too many vassals, right? We're in the process of getting our units now over to the Papal State, since the Pope is going to join us in the war against the Neapolitans, so that's going to be of massive help. And after, we might even do a cheeky war against Ragusa to bring in the Ottomans again, just to shorten the truce, make it, instead of 15 years waiting for the truce to finish, make it 7 years, because we're only going to take money from the Ottomans. Remember, we got 0 loans in this initial war and second war. We're actually a-okay financially because of all those cheesy strats we did at the start of the campaign, and because of the flavor that the Byzantines receive. We still haven't canceled the alliance with the Serbians. We will, but before that, we also want to be attacking the Venetians to take back the lands that the Venetians stole from us, and eventually we're also going to be taking Venice City itself, since we have an achievement here. Don't remember which one it was, but I think it's this one. Yep, control Venice, make sure that the country of Venice doesn't exist. So we basically just have to wipe them out. I want to bring this all the way to 1820 as the Byzantines fully explore the mission tree and just have a ton of fun in the process. I like how it says 21 out of 17 for our land force limit, because we're not over the land force limit, since the Palace Guard do not take land force limit slots. So even though we have 5 regiments in the Palace Guard, it's as if we would have none. And the Ottomans just declared a war against Karaman. What the hell, man? Like, you've literally just finished the war with me. I crushed your armies. You're back up to 18. What the F? I'm gonna start currying favors with the Austrians, because I'm 100% sure I'm going to be able to get them in the war against the Venetians, since they don't really like the Venetians too much. They didn't rival them in this run. Normally, the Austrians and the Venetians rival each other a ton. Got a mission to dev this up twice. Let's do that so we can get some loyalty for our burghers estate, which right now is not really the most loyal of estates, unfortunately. And there you have it. With the royal marriage, we actually can diplo-vassalize Trebizond. Let's get the relations, though, up first and foremost. I'm also going to be deleting the fortification in Macedonia. I really do not need that fort anymore. Same goes for this fort in Corinth. Unfortunately, since we won the war against the Ottomans, kind of turned it into a more or less useless fort. I'll keep it still because I'm going to go to war with the Venetians eventually, but it's not going to stick around for too much longer. The main fortification I want to get is in Castoria, which is a mountain province, and it protects all of the adjacent provinces as consequence, and it lowers the devastation in case they get raided by pirates as well. I'm also going to delete the fort in Optimatoi, so I do not give a chance for the enemies to actually get any war score against me. And look at that, boys. One of the new additions to the King of Kings DLC, expensive edicts. We've got this in this province for a while now, and we're not using it, so we're going to cancel it. Thank you very much for letting me know. I completely forgot about that edict, honestly. I've enabled scourge on Athens and Epirus because I will be at war with the Neapolitans for quite some time, and I want to integrate them during this war. Remember, you can integrate your vassals, even if you are at war, as long as they are not at war, meaning you can just enable scutage so they don't join you in your war. We're gonna set up a Salento as the war target, and remember, as long as you are allied with the nation that you're attacking an enemy with, you can have your units in that nation's borders. If I was attacking Naples, but I was not an ally with the Pope, and I was not in the war with the Pope against the Neapolitans, my units would be black flagged, because I've seen this question asked in the comment section in previous videos in which I did the same tactic as here. Hope that that solves the riddle that some people were asking me before. Come on, we need to win this, boys. We've got to win it. Oh, the Pope's reinforcing. Hell yeah. Let's go, Pope. You know, speaking of the Haiduks here, which we have as a mercenary company, the word itself, Haiduk, basically means bandit in Turkish, and the reason for that is because Haiduks were essentially bandits at origins all around the Balkans and Eastern Central Europe, especially in Hungary, Transylvania. A lot of them were Romanians, Croatians, Serbians, Hungarians, and others that basically were tired of Ottoman rule and just wanted to revolt against them. Honestly, at this point, I'm basically keeping the Haiduks because of their 5 siege general, because they don't have the manpower to even reinforce their units. It's really bad. This is a trash mercenary company if it wasn't for that chatty-ass Maximus of a general that they have. Alright, we took the only city that they have with a fort in it. Now it's time to wipe out what's left of their units. How fitting that we have military tech 5, but we don't even freaking have admin and diplotech 4. Oh my god, I can convert Siena to Orthodoxy. Oh, that is beautiful. That is amazing, because since they are a one province minor, they convert their capital city and only city to that particular religion. Meaning, this is not a bad idea. We could technically enforce our religion on most of the OPMs in Italy before we conquer it, right? And you got no more army, Florence. You got no more army, bro. Cannot really enforce religion on Florence, though. So, I'm actually okay with the white piece. Screw it. Let's go so we can focus on our domestic issues, and by domestic issues I mean wiping out Albania next. Oh boy, I had to placate the Bulgarians twice, and that cost me a little bit of money. I mean, a little bit of prestige. We're down to minus 16 now, unfortunately. And I also want to do Eugeni's integration policy before I integrate my 2 vassals. Let's go coalition. Naples and Venice might join, so nothing really important. And we got 7 provinces, which means that we now can do recover Magna Graecia, culture in Calabria, Bari, Molise, and Capitanata becomes Greco, which is one of our cultures. So let's go to the culture map mode. Daria go, lads. We have 5 new Greco provinces now. This is a part of the Byzantine culture group, and it symbolizes the Greek people that were in these parts. Granted, in the 1400s, likely not that many of them left, but in antiquity and early Middle Ages, there definitely was a sizable amount of Greco people around. Descendants from the ancient colonies of the Greeks within the Italian peninsula, and really within the entirety of the Mediterranean, because they had colonies everywhere, really. Hey, we got friendly relations towards us by the pole, so we can get that alliance now. That's gonna come in massive handy. It might even help us break the chains of the coalition that we have. Oh, dude, what? Venice actually joining the coalition? Oh, my lord. Okay, I guess I'm gonna go to plan B. Always have 2 plans, lads, which is attack Albania, and this way we do not co-belligerate Venice, so we don't call in the coalition, and we just call in Austria and have an easy time against the Venetians. Okay, we've integrated Athens, which means that even though we have the integration policy privilege that offers 15% liberty desire, Bulgaria is loyal now because we have less vassals, essentially. We also can do Peloponnesian Renaissance now with the integration of Athens, and that's going to give us 90 support for Renaissance and the Mare area. So if we go over here, look at that, 90, 90, 90, 92. So we almost pretty much got Renaissance in this freaking area. I'm going to let the Austrians do most of the heavy lifting, but of course I will too help a little bit here and there. Let's see if we can use our fleet to get a little bit of an advantage and get the control of this area at least. Wait, what? Hungary just attacked the Serbs. Oh my dude, please no. Oh, and Hungary still has Ladislao. That means they likely will become a junior member of the Austrians. Please no. Oh god. Please become a junior member of the Austrians before you do the peace deal. We just lost the strong duchies and nobility integration policy because we integrated both of the vassals. Yep, so apparently Pronoias do not maintain the strong duchies and nobility integration policy. I don't know how, but somehow we ended up with more ships than the Venetians. Or not more than the Venetians, but a lot of ships. I know I integrated like 10 of these from my Epirus and my Athens vassal. What about the rest? Did we get those from Albania when we won the battles? I guess. Hopefully we get this fort and then we have easy access to the city of Venice itself. How is this war taking so long for the Hungarians, man? They haven't even fully enforced on the Serbs yet. Oh, I see. It's because the war is actually against the Bosnians. Fair enough, and they haven't taken the capital of Bosnia yet. Alright boys, we can do reform the Pronoia system. It's gonna allow us to create client states, and we can have +2 more Pronoiars. Obviously, we're gonna go for that. These are the most overpowered type of subject so far, since, you know, you don't need to spend any diplo points to integrate them. That's pretty strong in my opinion. I agree, violence doesn't solve anything, but it's gonna solve the whole who's got a bigger fleet question. Where are you trying to go, Venice? I'm not gonna let you go there, okay? That is not allowed. You didn't get the permit yet. Now that we have the icon, we can do this mission, Church in Distress. If we give out religious culture privilege before we do the mission, though, we get back our crownlands from the clericoi, so we go back to 21% crownlands. Essentially, the religious culture privilege was for free as consequence. Take note, now we really do not tolerate heathens as consequence too. Siege down Venice, so we can enforce our deal now. We don't need to worry about the rest of their country. Well, we got the sea tile and we have Epirus, so they cannot actually cross on over here unless we move our troops away from the sea tile, which we're not going to do, of course. Ah, yes. Why don't you just go to 1,000%, Spalato? How about 1,000? Can we get 1,000% here, please? All right, we got it. All right, there you go. There you go. We got it, boys. We good you, everybody. Looks like Austria is also attacking them there, so let's help out the Austrians, shall we? Let's blow. Come on, win that battle. We need those ships. We gotta take all their ships, y'all. I sometimes feel like the game knows when I'm playing, so that it gives me all of the freaking 70% sieges, like all of them. The hell is this, man? Again, another 70%? 78%, boys. Why not? Let's go up to 1,000, shall we? And it's only got 300 garrison. I mean, what the hell? How are these 300 units even defending against 10,000? Come on, please fall. Don't embarrass me here. Please freaking fall. There you go. So for the peace deal, it's gonna look a little bit like this. I'm taking 2 provinces, even though I'm incurring a little bit of extra aggressive expansion, and I'm releasing Crete and Corfu so I can diplo-vassalize them. Plus, I'm taking as much money as possible. That's 200 ducats for myself, and not much of a coalition. Now let's also deal with the Albanians. We're gonna, of course, fully annex them. It was a bit of a costly war, though, to be fair. It was not as easy as I expected it to be, but hey, sometimes wars do be like that, unfortunately. On the bright side, these guys are pretty much ready to become my diplo-vassal here. Let's get that alliance, and there you have it, 56-49. Literally just need to wait for 1 more month. Same goes for Corfu here. 1 alliance and then offer vassalization. So technically, we kind of took all the lands we wanted to, right? Let's go 1 vassal. How are we doing with the Bulgarians? They're okay for now, and looks like Imereti is ready to get attacked. Meredi's ready, boys. They are ready. Oh man, I really hope this is not gonna screw me up and get Bulgaria. Nope, we're good. I thought I was gonna get Bulgaria over the Liberty Desire threshold again. All right, now let's go make these bad boys our proper lands. They don't have any other cores, right? Nope. Alright, we're just gonna attack them. I'm doing this obviously because I have way too many freaking subjects as it is. And I want to get the land directly so I have access to Circassia afterwards and access to these lands here, since we want to basically get all of the Black Sea eventually under our control. After this war, we likely will just chill until the truce is over with the Ottomans. And let's do a naval landing here. We're gonna need to bring the Haiduks with the Chadius Corneliu over here that's got the 5 siege pips. So I guess you could say, lads, that I'm ready to annex Imereti. Damn, I'm ready to be a dad. Finally! Oh my god, the House of Skababadabos here just decided they want to be in charge. Okay, cool. We're gonna have to deal with said pretenders. Hey, our air is actually not so bad. 443 is decent. Did I? Oh god. Yeah, okay. Should have paid a little bit of attention there. Now we lost a few more troops that I'm comfortable with losing. At least we get to wipe out the pretenders. And we're ready for the war with the knights that I was talking about earlier. I'm gonna be disbanding the Free Company, though, and the Palace palace guard because they don't have enough manpower, so they're not really as useful to me anymore. Instead, I'm gonna get some regular units because I have a ton of manpower right now. So also finish lowering the autonomy wherever we can lower it. And of course, by the time we get to attack the knights, that they allied everybody. They joined the freaking Venetian trade league here, so now we gotta call in Austria once more to help us deal with this little situation. And Serbia for that matter, why not? I feel like Serbia can deal with Bosnia over here very, very easily. Let's get the show on the roll, shall we, boys? We've also developed our provinces a tad bit so we can do the Tarnish Reputation mission. Essentially, it's gonna make it easier to get rid of the deteriorating army privilege, which we got rid of very easily by doing my strat, you know, the one in the first video. So this mission is kind of irrelevant as consequence now. The unenlightened mob of Poland is asking us for Renaissance. I like the way that they say this. Unenlightened mob of Poland. That is a accurate description, I guess. I don't know. I didn't say it. Paradox did, okay? They wrote that. Now we're starting to catch up with our mana generation, though. Compared to before, it's a little bit better, boys. We had a tough time with mana before this. I've truly just expanded my fleet by essentially capturing every single ship I've been fighting against. Time to just chill now. For real, just chill now, okay? We're gonna just take Cyprus and Rhodos, and that's it. No more wars for 2 more years. Hey, for me, that's actually a ton of freaking peace. Hey, Mantova, you said you want some orthodoxy? What the schnapps? We got 50,000 Austrians and whatever the schnapps else here helping us out. Okay. Bro, I was gonna vassalize Bosnia, but these bastards got it. Oh, you kidding me now? Well, at least I can enforce religion on them. That's something, I guess. Anti-unionist revolts. This is because of the privilege that we have that gives us the relations with the Catholics. All right, we're getting a little bit of help from the Austrians to get rid of our separatists here, or better yet, the religious rebels, really. These are the separatists, on the other hand. We got all sorts of rebellions around our country, lads. In true Byzantine fashion, I don't think there's ever been in history another empire that's had as many revolts as the Byzantine empires had. Like, every other freaking second, there was another rebellion from a would-be new leader of the country, you know? Or some just disgruntled McDonald's employees, you know? That happened historically, of course. Now, with Cyprus here, we have gotten a little bit closer to the Holy Land, so we can get our claims on the Mamluks now for whenever we're ready for that. Cancel the core of the knights. They don't need it anymore. We're gonna also get rid of both of these fortifications in Cyprus and in Rhodos once we've lowered the devastation to 0, because having a fort lowers the devastation tenfold compared to not having or not being in the zone of control of a fort. Unfortunately, the Muscovites also rivaled us, so instead of just getting the alliance, I either have to get more provinces than the Muscovites or win a war against them, whatever the case, in order to do the next mission here, curb Russian autocephaly. So I think getting more dev is probably the best way, since we're going to be integrating Bulgaria anytime now. Their leader is fairly old, so when he dies, we should technically be automatically integrating it, right? Hey, once more, the notification that I can seize lands saves me, because I would have forgotten about it. I wish they added this like a freaking year ago. All right, we've broken the alliance with the Serbs, so we can attack them after the war with the Ottomans, and I'm going to get a few more units here. I'm going to hire the Free Company, so we have enough troops in the war with the Ottomans. They right now have military tech 6. We only have 5, but we're close to getting 6. So we're going to have to be a little bit careful at the start of the war, but they only have 16,000 units, so it should be okay. Even with the extra artillery and everything that they have, we will be crushing them. Set up our war target for Saruhan, which is the closest to us. Fortunately, we cannot call anybody in here because the Ottomans have a little bit of debt, and the Poles like the Ottomans for some reason. So we're going to have a serious chat with the Poles after this war is done. We can also integrate Galata now. That's going to lose the modifier Genoese colony in Galata, which right now, that particular modifier gives us -5 trade power and -75% trade power as well. So that's a pretty bad modifier. There you go. We can also get rid of Latin favoritism in a while. We just need to get 2 more ducats from trade, and that's going to happen during this war because we're going to occupy what provinces in the Constantinople node we don't already have because they're a part of the Ottomans for now. Orhan's retinue we can get for a few years defensiveness or manpower. Hell yeah, I'm getting the manpower, boyos. Oh, we can now call to arms the Pope. Sure. Can I call to arms the Poles 2 maybe? No, apparently not. Damn. I could, however, barrage this, but I'm not going to waste my mana points because I need to get military tech 6. And I just saw the Bulgarian army get stack wiped by the Ottomans. That was painful to watch. I'm going to make them reduce their opinion of the Ottomans. Maybe with said reduced opinion, they would be a little bit more willing to join in my war against them. There you go. They are, boys. Let's go, baby. Oh, this is perfect. 27 rebels gonna be fighting against the mighty Ottoman army. Oh god, did they actually just win against the rebels? Brother, come on, come on. Tell you what the rebels couldn't finish, we're gonna finish ourselves. And that right there, my boys, is the entirety of the Ottoman army. We've essentially destroyed them, fully destroyed them. So now it's just a case of carpet sieging the rest. Look at that. 0 units, boys, 0 units. That is, of course, because we blocked the street so they could not retreat after they lost the battle. That's why I let them siege down Constantinople in the first place. Huzzah, lads! The king of Bulgaria passed away. As such, we've integrated all of Bulgaria for ourselves. Let's make these full cores, of course. That's what I'm saying, lads. The Pronoyas are insanely overpowered. It would have taken me at least 10 to 12 years to integrate all of that land otherwise, you know. Finally, we have the ability to build churches. Let's go ahead and build a couple of these bad boys so we can get rid of the union of the churches, and as such we can stop this particular event from keep on triggering. Again, if my initial leader would have died a lot sooner, we wouldn't have this event at all now, because we wouldn't have the privilege if I had the admin points. But sometimes RNG giveth, RNG taketh away. You just got to manage your games. Every game is different and you just got to make the most out of it, right? Since the Tunisian entire army is over in Georgia sieging lands, I'm gonna siege Tunis city out, and then I have enough war score to peace them out, so I don't need to worry about having to fight with their units. Every time I see the province of Ichel, I think of that song, Ichel, Ichel, baby. Da, 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 da. I don't know what the song really is called, but it starts with the Ichel, right? Okay, fingers crossed we have enough to get a white peace. 46% war score. We should have enough after the battle's over in the sea tile. Okay, let's check now. Refresh us. We do have 65-33. We can even get some money from them. I think I could have even gotten war reps, but it's okay. Don't need to push it. Let's go. Get back home, please. And check it out. Mamluks left the coalition. That means everybody is gonna leave the coalition too now. Oh my god, this freaking rebellious gang. I'm pretty sure this is a bug. I hope they fix this by the time the full release comes around, because I've had anti-unionist rebellions 8 times in like a year. That's not fucking normal, bro. This gotta be a bug, right? It has to be a bug. That's gonna get fixed, right? It is gonna get fixed, right, boys? It is. Copium von Hopium. Wait, I got 4.5 army tradition for that shit? What? I'm literally farming army tradition by killing off these anti-unionist rebels here. Okay, I guess there's some good things about killing these rebels off at the same time, right? Holy schnaps! 10,000 manpower and 5 patriarchal authority. Don't mind if I do, boys. Alright, now let's go over and do this peace deal first. Actually, no, I'm gonna wait because my allies are helping me unsiege Constantinople, so I'll do the peace deal right after. Might as well take advantage of them helping me out, right? And we can do a separate peace with Shirvan that I didn't even know was in the war, apparently, but they are. And I guess somebody sieged them down. Thank you very much. Probably was Trebizond from the looks of it. Chattiest Trebizond here. Now, the Ottomans also have His and Kaifa and Crimea as subjects. I'm not going to be able to get those released in this war, but it's fine. It's not the end of the world at the same time. Come on, Aliatin. You got to win that. Fine, I'll help you out a little bit, but just a tiny bit. Okay, time to do the piss. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of money because I'm actually a tiny bit desperate. I have a pretty bad economy right now. We got to fix that. And we're going to take these lands here so we can release from Seleucia. We can release Karaman, and from Gangra we can release Eretna, and then after in one more war, look at that, half of the HRE, or better yet, half of the Ottomans is Eretna, and the other half is Karaman. Now that I think about it, actually, it kind of overlaps with each other. Maybe I should have taken Germian. Germian's maybe better. Nah, it's fine. Maybe I'll just do Eretna and that's it, and then the rest I'll just directly own. Yeah, probably the best option. Let's go with Asia Minor mission now done. And now the provinces of Iodine main Hudavendigar area will slowly begin converting to Greek or Pontic via event. I need to have high stability to speed up the process though, and we got permanent claims on the entirety of the Anatolian, Theodoro, Matrega, and Kaffa, so essentially the holdings that the Romans used to have before that were in the meanwhile stolen by the Genoese. And we can also do more missions, namely curb Russian autocephaly, because we've grown bigger than them in size. There you go. So from now on, Diplo annexation of Orthodox countries does not incur diplomatic penalties, so we don't need to have the privilege. We don't need to waste a Diplo slot as long as the nation we're integrating is Orthodox. I can also finish the union of the churches if I don't have Catholic allies. So I'm going to have to cancel the alliance with the Austrians and the Poles temporarily, and also need to have 60 loyalty, so I have to wait for that a little bit to happen, I guess. I might need to get the loyalty from the... Oh, actually, I can get it from selling titles. What am I talking about? I can just sell some titles and get some money in the process too. We can now also do Triumph for the Asia Minor Coast, so we are up to 84 army tradition. We might as well do another war against Chandar so we can wipe out what's left of the Beyliks and the Anatolian Peninsula. Remove the stain of Manzikert once and for all, right lads? And I know it's not Chandar, it's Chondor! That's how you're supposed to pronounce it, eh? Oh, we can get rid of the tax exemption. Oh, boys, we just need to upgrade this guy once. Let's go, baby! Hell yeah, that was one of the biggest debuffs we had. So with that gone now, we can easily get rid of reliance on the republics, since we can actually increase our equilibrium above our influence by getting the extra trade power in Halab and by selling the titles afterwards. So we just gotta wait till this goes like 45% and we're good shaft. Another unique Roman government reform, restore the masters of office, means that statesman advisors now provide minus 0.01 monthly autonomy reduction per level, so that can be up to minus 0.05, which is a pretty significant amount. Plus, advisors that are rulers' culture are 15% cheaper. Sorry, rulers' religion. So in our case, that is all of our advisors right now. Another rebel stack, another 1.3 army tradition. And I think it's safe to say we got the war score we need with these boyos. Yep, we do. And we've secured the entirety of the coastline up here. We just got to get the Crimean bits. And Theodoro's probably going to be a vassal, right? They would definitely be a vassal. Let's piece out these guys first. We have Snoky Donks, and coalition wise, surprisingly nobody cares because I've pretty much wiped out most of the Anatolian Beyliks. So the Beyliks that are left is just the Ottomans. That's it. Now to end the union of the churches, we got to cancel all alliances with the Austrians and the Poles. So we'll do that temporarily and get the alliance back after, which is why I'm going to get the royal marriage to make sure that the Diplo slot doesn't get filled up. Oh, we've got Byzantine separatists and Genoese lands, which offered us a core on the island of Chios. If they manage to get themselves over to Lesbos, we get a core on Lesbos too then. And there you have it. We can end the union of the churches now since we've canceled all of our alliances temporarily. But there you go. We're getting those alliances back, my boys. A man with 100 traditions gonna be our general. Okay. Please be good. 6262. That's actually not bad. That's genuinely not so bad. Yep, I'm gonna sign this bad boy here in charge of our main army. Wait, was it him? Yeah, it's him. Okay. I was honestly thinking to get the Ottomans in on this, but they're bankrupt, so they're not gonna be joining in anybody's war anytime soon, unfortunately. They do have 12,000 units with 9,000 manpower, so surprisingly, they're not completely collapsed yet. Hey, look at this though. The rebels have taken Lesbos pretty much now, so maybe if we prevent the Genoese from retaking these provinces are going to defect to us after. Okay, I think it's been a month. Let's go with the war. Set up Zeta as the war target. Doesn't really matter. Any war target is fine. Let's go, boys. I am going to fully annex these guys here. Even though it's a little bit of extra aggressive expansion, I need to for my mission. And also, having this establishes me in the Ragusan node. Orthodox defectors. We gain a core in Herzegovina. Woo-wee! 8 dev. Not bad, not bad. I remember that the particular event being in the game from pretty much the times of EU3, really. We can also do promote the Emporoi now. Constantinople gets their trade building upgraded. If no buildings present, then we get the marketplace. And if the stock exchange is present, then we get 1-1 base production and tax. We also get until the end of the game local development cost reduction and trade power flat plus 15. A massive upgrade for the Constantinopolians. Trade depot, my lads. A freaking trade depot. Karakoyunlu's taking advantage of the fact that the Ottomans are bankrupt, so they're attacking, and that's not good for me actually, because Karakoyunlu's surprisingly big right now. They've definitely consolidated their holds. They have not crumbled as they normally do, so I don't want to see them too strong. Hopefully they just take like the Hiss and Kaifan lands or something. Let's see. I'm gonna get myself a spy network in here because I will try to steal some of their maps first and foremost, and also I will likely go to war very soon. And I know that Theodoro is in fact a big fan of me. They would be my diplo vassal and everything, but I don't want to just waste my time with that. I'm just gonna annex them, and I'm also going to annex all of Circassia. Since they're allied to each other, they might as well go down together, right? Very surprised with the amount of fortifications I have to siege down in Circassia. It's a little bit harder to get Circassia than it was to defeat the Ottomans in the last war, to be straight with you boys. Hey, we got the last jousting tournament. That's extremely freaking late. Holy shit. Ooh, one Stabilitaten. Ja, sehr guten. Cancel the core they have on that one because we don't need that. And arrivederci, Circassia. It was great knowing you. Now let's go ahead and wipe out these rebel scumbags. And let's also get Theodoro for that matter. We got another mission we can do once we've gotten Theodoro and Trebizond integrated. Well, better yet, once they don't exist anymore, essentially. Which is also why I chose not to vassalize Theodoro. Looks like these guys want a white peace because we've been at war for a while. And they haven't made much progress, have they? We've basically already taken the capital of the Venetians. Oh, boys, we just got access to the Cossacks estates because we are an Eastern Orthodox nation and we've got steppe provinces. So those are the requirements to get the Cossacks. We will establish the Cossacks regiments, but not just yet because we did lose some crownlands from getting said Cossacks. We're going to have to get our crownlands back up a little bit. We can also get a little bit of money now from the Pope since we've wiped out their entire army. So they're a little bit upset, I guess. And we can also do this peace deal since the Pope was the only ally that Ragusa had. Now, check it out, boys, with the Funk So brother. We do have 72 overextension, though. Ooh, maybe I should chill for a while. But all that being said, we do need to continue our expansion. So let's go with the expansion into Tunis. I need to take back my Tunisian holdings because let's face it, this is rightful Byzantine clay. Remember how Chadius Maximus Belisarius destroyed the Vandal hordes in North Africa and reestablished Roman rule before heading back and reestablishing Roman rule in the Italian peninsula? Well, we're gonna step in the footsteps of Belisarius and we're gonna be making Rome great again. Hey, since we have 50 patriarchal authority, we got another mission that we're doing here. It unlocks the legitimization of the dynasty as state privilege for the clericoi. So we're gonna get it for above 33% patriarchal authority, tolerance to the true faith, legitimacy and autonomy reduction, plus Constantinople gets its tax building upgraded, and if there's none, then it builds one. And we also get the reformed Byzantine monarchy, which offers some actual modifiers instead of, freaking debuffs and pretender rebels. So that's how you get rid of the pretender rebels, essentially. Or whenever your heir comes to power, you don't get the pretenders by enacting this particular mission. So let's Clicius Maximus, Buyashnokos. Look how amazing we are now. Reformed monarchy. Oh, culture conversion costs minus 20% as well, not just the years of separatism. That is a juicy, boys. Plus, look at this. We got a basilic. You might be wondering, Ludi, why are you so generous with the Venetians? Why are you giving, with the Milanese, you giving them back their provinces? Well, first off, they're my ally, and I'm getting favors for that. But most importantly, I need to wipe out Venice from the map because that's one of my achievements, right? So I will take this Venetian state for myself and the coastline. Unfortunately, Austria was the one in control of this province, so I couldn't take it for myself. That's why I didn't take it now. I did take the other provinces around here, so in the next war, I'll try to have enough aggressive expansion to spare to fully annex the entirety of the Venetian state and the rest of this, or just give this up to somebody else if they want it, essentially, so we can get that juicy achievement. Now, let's focus on Tunis, because I feel like I want to get their entire coastline here, or at least as much as possible. We're going to be reestablishing our old African holdings, taken by the Vandals, taken by the Arabs, returned to the Roman empires very, very shortly. We are so behind with our admin points, it is insane. Actually insane. And these guys are going to take back their provinces. I should have stayed in the war with them a little bit longer, I think. It's fine. I know every single thing in my body is telling me to chill right now since I need to get rid of that overextension and I need the technology upgrade, but I really want to attack these guys and take at least Erzurum, Erzincan, so I can hold off the Karakoyunlus and, well, basically prevent any anybody from going into Anatolia. I will wait though until they finish their war with the Ottomans just to see the outcome. They are starting to lose. I'm guessing the Ottomans are no longer bankrupt then, but still the Ottomans have way less units than the Karakoyunlus have. Oh wait, I forgot I'm at war with the Tunisians. I should probably finish this war first and foremost. Completely forgot I'm at war. I said I'm at war like a second ago and I forgot right after. I don't know if this stuff happens to you guys. I sometimes feel like maybe something's wrong with my brain. All right, we got their capital. Let's take their major fort. Oh, no, 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 no. Please tell me we're going to win that. Okay, what the hell is going on? 3.4 morale against my 4. What the hell, Tunis? What have you been doing, brother? You haven't been working at all on your armies, have you? Hey, we got faceting in Constantinople. Holy shit, this city is actually the most insane city in the entirety of the game right now. Look at the amount of modifiers we have here, lads. That is just ridiculous. Okay, also the Mamluks attacked the Ottomans like jackals, I would say. So now, let's see what happens. Who's gonna take what? Because I'm not gonna let them take shit, and I'm also gonna attack the Ottomans. I mean the Mamluks right after. I don't want them to have 41,000 units just walking around like they own the place, because that is not how it works, okay? And I'm gonna take one province to release Syria, and then I'm also gonna take the coastline here, plus money. I'll take a lot of money. We're close to coring most of this. Once that happens, we're gonna just take a big chunk out of the Tunisians too. All right, guys, we can also do the theme system now because we got the manpower level at 80%, 25,000 units or more, and so on. It means we unlock the theme system government reform, which gives us state maintenance, manpower from primary and accepted culture provinces, and strengthen the land rights now, makes it so it doesn't cost maximum absolutism, as well as it provides 10% land force limit and government reform progress plus 100. So we pretty much secured the next reform progress. And now pay close attention, guys. We got two previews for the mission branch. Number one here for the centralized version, and number two for the decentralized version. The first one, we got Varangian Guard, which allows us to hire the Varangians as a mercenary unit, control over the Pronoias as long as we have 2 of them, Liberty Desire less than 5, and at least 6 generals. We can get 5% crownlands whenever we integrate Pronoia. They can give a 3 yearly army tradition and 5 discipline, or they automatically become non-hereditary by default when you establish them, so you don't need to struggle with their Liberty Desire. Reform the Themata also is pretty easy to do actually. It's gonna give us a lot of government reform progress up to 100 maximum, and until the end of the game, fire damage and maintenance modifier. Okay, that's pretty good. How about this one? Foreign officers here, as long as we get mercenaries. So this is basically focused on mercenaries essentially. Gives us some temporary bonuses as well as mercenary cost per level advisor. Pronoia rights, same requirements, different bonuses. We can have an extra 4 Pronoia, or they can no longer reduce Byzantine force limit, and we can have an extra 5 land force limit for the Pronoias. Realm of the Strategoi is going to give us, until the end of the game, mercenary manpower plus 50% and discipline plus 5%. So essentially, it's more about whether you want to go full on mercs or you want to have a proper established regular force. I like this version more, so I'm going to go for the centralized path, confirming that in and locking and set it in. So what we could do now is do this, and is that going to be enough? No, we need to get below 5, so that means 4. So we're going to dev it up once. We need some generals too, so 1 and 2, and Booyah Shaka, we can do future of the Pronoia system. That was actually super fast in my opinion. Kind of a little bit of an exploit. It's not really an exploit, but exploit-ish, let's say. We did lose prestige and everything, so we didn't exploit nothing. All right. Now, what are we going to go for here? Are they going to be non-hereditary by default? Or are they going to give us 5 crownlands whenever we inherit them? Do we care about what they gain? I don't think we care about the last 2. So the question is, do we make them non-hereditary or get the crownlands? I like both, but I'm going to make them non-hereditary by default, since I don't want to struggle with, you know, the Liberty Desire and all that schnapps. In my opinion, it's not worth it. Hey, we actually got a lot of reform progress from that. What? I didn't even realize we get that. Okay, apparently we did. We got Jerba too, so we can get all the provinces we want. We couldn't before because we needed the fort in Jerba. There you go. It's a little bit of aggressive expansion actually, now that I think about it. But I mean, what is the game if not an aggressive expansion slog at the end of the day, right? And we're back to 89% overextension. Oh my lord. Brother, I need to calm down for a second here and smell the daisies, as they say. We're gonna be just us against the Mamelukes, unfortunately. We cannot call in any of our friendos, but we'll be fine. We are, after all, the great Eastern Roman Empire, aren't we, lads? We're gonna get, for our Eretnan vassal, 2 provinces that they took from the Ottomans, and then the rest will take in a couple of years when the truce is over with the Ottomans from the Ottomans. I am gonna try and hunt down their ships, so at least I get naval supremacy in this war. I mean, it's not gonna make any difference in the war itself, but I'm doing it so that I can destroy their trade fleet also, so after the war, I get a lot more trade power in the Mediterranean than they get. Oh, Trebizond got integrated, so now we can do the Princess of Lazis. Trebizond is gonna get its upgraded center of trade. Until the end of the game, we also get cost of advisor with ruler's culture and legitimacy, as well as 25 power projection, so that's pretty decent. Essentially, what this means is that we got 30% cheaper advisors now, or 25. I'm not really good at math, obviously, but hey, we also got all of these permanent claims right over here that we're gonna use against Karakoyunlu very soon. Okay, we're gonna steal the Arabian maps from Fezzan so we can see what the F is actually going on in Arabia right now. Hey, you weren't kidding about these provinces turning slowly Greek. We got a couple more right now in Optimatoy and Opsikion that turned Greek just now, which begs the question, what happened to the Turkish people? The Mamluk troops are literally scared of my troops right now. They're avoiding combat with me, and for good reason too. Check out our military army comparison here. We got 4.4 morale compared to their 3.4. Oh my god, we literally have 1 extra morale point. We're gonna absolutely schnapple dupe them. Not to mention, we got military tech 7, so we got considerably better units than they have right now. Consolidation, please finish that so we can actually go into the battle after. Of course, you go into freaking 64. Come on, please. I need to peace out. Hello? Oh, of course, go 71%. Bro, I'm gonna be really pissed if you go above 71. Thank you. Finally fell, for Christ's sake. All right, let's do the peace deal here. So we want to get these provinces back to our vassal, get as much money as possible because we are not doing amazing economically. We're gonna take this so we can release Syria from it. We're gonna take the coastline essentially here. What about if I take war reps and a little bit less money then? It's fine, it's worth it. Let's go. All right. Awesome bit is that we get some events now. Antioch reclaimed. We get Deusvold 50 Diplo power, 20 patriarchal authority, and capital of Antiochia changes to Antioch. The same thing goes for the Ottomans, man. They got 3.1 morale now compared to our 4.5. It's just redonkulous, my man. Absolutely redonkulous. And unfortunately, we had to go to war with the Persians, or previously known as Ajam, because they're allied to the Ottomans, but it's not a big deal. I'll try to get a white peace with them somehow, because I need to get 100% war score on the Ottomans. And that's not tough, obviously, because they only have 12,000 weak-ass units. Okay, boys, a little bit of sieging proved to be vital in this. And we... Oh, 15 prestige. Don't mind if I do. Now we can piece out the Otto-bros. We're gonna go for this deal here. Essentially, we're taking as much as we can. They're gonna be left with 2 provinces. We cannot fully annex them in this war, sadly. But hey, that's just one more war to go, essentially. Okay, lads, we can also revoke reliance on the republics after a very long time. Finally, we got rid of all the horrible modifiers that we started with, all the horrible privileges, that is. And we can do restore the Byzantine navy, and we can do sea fire in a little bit of time. We just need a tad bit more innovativeness. Economic independence is here too, and we get galley combat ability as well as trade efficiency. And as consequence, we're not gonna get any more mercantilism loss whenever we do the indebted to the emporoi. Now let's go ahead and release Syria as our second vassal, I guess. These guys here, we're gonna turn them into a pronoyar. Now they are a little bit disloyal, and I mean just a tad little bit there, but we'll work on that, don't worry. Placate them for the time being should do it. Remember that we did that mission, so now automatically they are a hereditary pronoyar, meaning whenever this dude dies, I'm gonna inherit the entirety of Eretna. Let's also go for a very quick war against Karakoyunlu, so we get all of the cores that we want to get back from them and the claims. Now I did a regular conquest war because it's actually better, since I'm going to take a lot more provinces by conquering them rather than giving back to my vassals. I'm essentially losing less diplo points as consequence. We also managed to fire the radical reforms because we got a master of mint and a trader. That means both of them are going to get fired now, or we could fire them like this ourselves, and then you know, we can hire them back right after. I could peace out with the stuff that I want, but I'm not doing it. I'm stubborn. I'm waiting till this siege is down so I can get some money from Mazandaran too. There you go, boys. Some more reps too. Hails to the yes, my lads. We're fixing our economy big time now. Alright, this looks like a decent war deal to me. Do we need anything else? Maybe that province, maybe this province. Sure, we'll take those two provinces. Booyas Noki Donks. And we kind of have the Eastern Roman Empire borders, don't we now, boys? I mean, essentially, this is the area where Manzikert happened, right? Around Lake Van, if I'm not mistaken. So we got Avenged 1071 now. Let the Timur holders return their lands. Every Turkish province loses 10 years of separatism if the culture is already an accepted culture, or if there are enough slots, gain 100 diplo power instead. Grant the lands to Greek pronoyors. The events converting provinces to Greek will fire more often. Let us reverse the diversion on them. Every Turkish province gets for 30 years 25 manpower, and we get the Turkish Janissaries as a no, we're gonna make everybody Greek here. So we're gonna go for the option that's slowly gonna turn everything here Greek, boys. Now that we've properly expanded into the historic Eastern Roman Empire borders before the 1500s, let's leave that like, and don't forget to also subscribe so we can get the third part done on our way towards restoring the Roman Empire and just enjoying a ton this run personally. So I hope you guys are enjoying it too. Also, until the next time, check out this awesome Mamelukes run. And I want to give a massive thank you to all of my patrons, channel members, and Twitch subscribers. I would not be able to do this without all your support.